Have you just started learning German just to feel completely overwhelmed by all the resources out there? You open YouTube or Instagram or TikTok and get hit with thousands of different tips. One says, focus on grammar. Another says, don't study grammar, just speak. Then someone tells you to listen to podcasts 5 hours a day, and suddenly you're stuck. If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. Because the problem isn't that you're not motivated, it's that there's just so much information and not a clear path. It's hard to know where to start and what really matters. So in this video, I'm going to break it down. No fluff, no gimmicks, just the key things that actually move the needle when it comes to building real language skills in German. And the good news, you don't need hours and hours to study each day because, let's be honest, most of us don't have that time and you don't need to. You just need to focus on the right things. If you're new here, hallo und herzlich willkommen. I'm Salome, a native German teacher and founder of the German Fluency Academy, where I focus on teaching total beginners practical real-life German with a step-by-step roadmap to go from zero knowledge all the way to becoming confident and conversational in German. If that sounds like the kind of structure you've been missing, the best place is to start with my free beginners workshop. You'll find the link in the description box below. Now, let's break down what really matters when learning German, or any language as a matter of fact. Here's the truth. More information doesn't always mean more progress. In fact, the more resources you collect, the more confused you can become. Should you study grammar rules, learn phrases, watch TV shows, use flashcards? It's easy to feel like you're doing a lot without actually improving. That's why I always say, before you go wide, go deep. You don't need 12 different apps. You don't need to watch hours of German TV or listen to hour-long podcasts. You need to focus on just a few key things and do them well. At the core of all language learning, 3 pillars matter more than anything else: pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammar. That's it. These aren't fancy, but they are foundational, and when you focus on them, your skills improve naturally. So let's go into each one. Pronunciation. Many beginners skip pronunciation or treat it like an advanced skill, but the reality is it's the thing that helps you speak with confidence from day one. Good pronunciation isn't about sounding like a native, it's about being understood. When your pronunciation is clear, people don't switch to English right away, you feel more confident speaking, you actually hear and understand German better because your ear is trained to listen for the right sounds. And here's the best part, you don't need fancy exercises to start improving your pronunciation. Just repeat after native speakers, for example. This technique is called shadowing, and I have a bunch of videos on this channel where I go through daily life practical phrases and have you repeat afterwards. I'll have them linked below. Next, you want to focus on common sounds like CH, the R sound, and the umlaute. I also have a bunch of pronunciation videos on this channel walking you through the different sounds, especially the ones that are tricky for English native speakers. And if you want to take it one step further, record yourself and compare. That allows you to take a step back and instead of focusing on what you're saying, focus on how you sound. Moving on to vocabulary. You don't need to memorize thousands of random nouns, verbs, adjectives, and so on. What you need is the right words that once you actually use in your day-to-day life, like phrases for ordering food, talking about your job, family, or hobbies. So basically anything you would also talk about in your native tongue. And the best way to get started is with high-frequency vocabulary, the stuff that shows up again and again in conversations. And instead of just learning the word or trying to memorize it, learn it in a phrase like ich hätte gern einen Kaffee, and then you practice it out loud. Review it often using flashcards. I've actually created a list with 100 practical phrases for daily life sorted by different categories, from greetings and introductions to going shopping, asking for recommendations, and navigating tricky situations. It's a great starting point, and it comes with a video and digital flashcards that include audio as well. It's completely for free, so I have that linked below for you to grab. One thing I always encourage my students to do is explore vocabulary around things that they enjoy doing anyway. Like my student Carl, for example, he loves gardening, so naturally he's going to learn more vocabulary around the different kinds of vegetables and fruits, especially the ones in his garden, because that's something he's highly interested in. Or my student Telesa, who really loves quilting. I bet you can ask some super advanced German language learners if their hobby isn't quilting, they would not know how to say that in German. It's quilten, by the way. When your vocabulary is personal and practical, you'll use it more, and that's how it sticks. So I hope that makes sense. Next up, grammar. Grammar gets a bad reputation because it sounds intimidating, and it can be if you're making it all about memorizing complex rules and throwing around grammar terms. But it doesn't have to be that way. At the beginner level, grammar is just learning about how to put words in the right order so your meaning is clear and you can start constructing sentences. Then gradually you'll put more layers to it as you go and as you learn how to express more complex ideas. So here's the bottom line if you're just getting started. Don't overcomplicate it. If you can say 5 correct sentences with confidence, that's way more valuable than knowing 20 grammar rules you don't know how to apply. So if you're just starting out and wondering where to focus, here is your roadmap. Work on your pronunciation so people can understand you. Build useful vocabulary, words that match your daily life. Learn simple grammar patterns and use them in real sentences. And if you want to get my personal help and guidance, I highly recommend checking out my free workshop for beginners where I walk you through exactly what we've talked about today. So you'll start getting an idea of the German pronunciation, simple grammar concepts, and I also share effective learning strategies so you can learn smarter and not harder. By the end of that lesson, you'll find out more about how you can join us inside the German Fluency Academy. The link to register for free is in the description box below. I hope you have found today's video helpful and you have more clarity now on what to focus on. I'll have all the videos and resources I've mentioned today linked below for you to check out. And if you take anything away from this video, then that's to keep it simple. Less is more. I'll be back next week with another lesson for you guys. Das ist alles für heute. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss!